Hey everybody, this is Paul 125 Roller Coaster Challenge, and we are here on the Sky Ride. Now, if you know anything about us, we hate the Sky Ride. I am afraid of heights, and I did this last year, but I was so nervous that the entire trip for this POV, I had my thumb completely over the lens. So that's how much I love my viewers here. We are doing it again. So, if you're familiar with this ride, this is one of the original rides. It's been around forever here at Hersheypark, and it goes through the old section of the park, which is called the Hollow now. It used to be called Comet Hollow. Now, in the olden days, there used to be, believe it or not, a taller one of these. That was a one-way trip that went all over the entire, from the front of the park, where they actually have the Hershey bar dancing now, all the way to the other station was actually where Great Bear is. And as you can tell in a second, Great Bear is going to be whipping through here. There it goes. That's a great view of the Great Bear. So I've been coming here for over 30 years, 40 years. I'm aging myself, and this has stayed the same and has changed a lot. If you look straight ahead, you can actually see in the Great Bear, you can actually see the Super Duper Looper, which for the longest time was the first original looping coaster over the pretty much on the East Coast. It's an old Schwarzkopf, and of course Hersheypark has been taking fantastic care of it, which is great. It's always great to see parks not get rid of their classic rides, but actually invest and actually keep them going pretty good. Now, personally, I think this is going slower than usual, but of course it might just be because I'm scared to death. Yet again, I have always been afraid of heights, and the problem I have with this ride is the fact that your feet kind of hang down, and you got these things right in front of me you're seeing in front of you, which is, I know it's for ski lifts, but it definitely makes it a bumpier ride than I would like. Now, if you look below, you can actually see Spring Creek. All right, now Spring Creek actually runs throughout the entire park. And it's kind of neat how the Spring Creek has kind of changed over the years. If you notice over there, you're going to see the bridge. And the bridges are higher in this section because at one point they actually had paddle boats that were going through this entire area here. So, now right in front of us, the lighter blue is actually the Super Duper Looper, if you can believe it. At one point it was orange, which I thought was an interesting, bold choice. But last year they actually, I guess they had some extra white paint, because they made the loop actually white, which is kind of different. Now, of course, when you look this direction, all you see is just so much track. But over there, see those trees? Behind those trees are actually the old amphitheater, which is still not really being utilized, if you can believe it. It's kind of shocking to me that they have an entire amphitheater that is not being used. I'm assuming the park is... Oh, here comes the bear. So they have the entire amphitheater there that is not being utilized. Now, a little tidbit there, I actually got to see Weird Al years ago there, so that was a huge thrill. Now, we're almost to the end now. Unlike the original Skyview ride, this is a Skyview, and the Skyview is actually a turnaround. So when we get to the thing right here, we're going to turn around and we're going to head back towards the Hollow. But this side, there's a path right there that most people never even utilize, which I think is kind of neat. There's a couple people down there right now. And like I said, the bridge right in front of us there is a lot higher than most of the bridges because of the paddle boats. There goes the Looper, going through the white iconic loop. So we're getting ready to do the old turnaround, then we're going to be heading back. Now, if you look over there, there is actually 3 rides there. You've got the Great Bear, you've got the Super Duper Looper, but you can actually see a little bit, when you scroll in a little bit, right there, that green is actually the log flume called the Old Coal Cracker. Now, this is the first day of the summer operating season, hence it's not utilized right now. But we're hoping next time we come through, it will be operational and all good to go. All right, so now we're going around the classic turnaround. Sorry about my finger there. But like I mentioned before, I have a grip on this thing because if I lose it, I just did a 45-50 minute unplugged version of the Alright, so we're going to make this look a little bit better here for you. Alright, so there's a great view of the Spring Creek. Now if you look over here towards that bridge right there, see how that's lower? That was basically to block the paddle boats. So, and going right up the hill right now is Skyrush, which is pretty much one of the top 5 coasters here. We are about a week away from Wildcats Revenge opening. So if you're looking for some great video of Great Bear, this is a great way to get it. And actually, if you look right next to you here, you can actually see how loaded that Great Bear actually gets. It gets pretty much right up against the creek there. Now, if you look over in that corner there, there's a couple kids' rides, but there is a path over there that takes you over by the amphitheater. And I can honestly say this thing is going a lot slower than I've actually ever remembered this going. So this is, if anybody ever says that I don't do anything for this YouTube channel, this is Exhibit A of me doing something for the YouTube channel. Because this is beyond petrifying for me. And I'm not joking, this is beyond scary. Now we're actually going right over the track, so we might get timed because this is going so incredibly slow that Great Bear is going to be whipping right underneath me. Or we could just miss it. No. And of course it stops with me right over Great Bear. Alright, I had to pause that for a little bit there because I was getting a little nervous. But here we are at the final part here, right by the... that thing goes by. I can honestly say that they have amazing operations here at Hersheypark today. That thing's been whipping by this entire ride. Right over there is the classic Comet. And there's Skyrush, so you got both of them coming into the station at the same time. Not even close to being the same ride. Skyrush is one of the most intense coasters on the planet, and Comet, right below us here, is one of the pretty much classic PTC wooden coasters. So, totally different feel, but they are housed right next to each other here in Comet Hollow. Now, as we descend here, look over to the right-hand side, there are some kids' attractions here. Wow, there's a kid actually in the one next to me. But yet again, this is a pretty popular ride. A lot of different people can ride this ride, which makes it great for families and everything. Yet again, I do not recommend it if you are afraid of heights, which I might mention I am. So, but I'm feeling a little bit better right now. I'm feeling a little bit freer to turn around and show you all this stuff here. So this is Paul, 125 Roller Coaster Challenge. If you like what we do, please like and subscribe, because I'm not going to lie to you here, I went out on a limb for this video, so I think I deserve a subscribe if you got this far. And have yourself a fantastic day.